What up, YouTube? It's your man Kev Mac in the house. What up, James Cash? What's up, YouTube family? Mac heads, maniacs, new subscribers, new visitors, trolls, all of y'all. What's up with it? Me, I'm just chilling. Another week down, another uphill climb for another week. What up, y'all? What it do? What we talking about tonight? So I got a question for y'all though. One quick, easy, simple question stemming from yesterday's live. Papa, what up? Do you guys really want something regarding the generations, or did I already break that down well enough for you? Let me know if you're interested. If I should spend my time, not waste my time, but spend my time putting that together for you. James Robinson, what up? Western Ave, what up? Kenneth Johnson, Michelle SH. What up, Dago? Western Ave, what it do? L Dub, C Dub, A Dub, B Dub, D Dub, E Dub, G Dub, L Dub. What it do? What it do? Robert Allison, what's up, homeboy? Holler when y'all want to talk. Shit. I'll do like Joe Biden right now, just fall asleep in front of the camera. Oh man. Candice Kirksey, what up, sweetie? Always a pleasure to see you in the chat. I didn't see no Bam or Sag today, y'all. Oh wait, I got a phone call. Shit, I'm on live right now.
Oh, did you? I sent it to you. You got it?
No, I'll check it out. I just started my live.
All right, just check your messages.
All right. Always a pleasure when a fellow YouTuber hits you up and keeps you abreast of current events and videos surfacing on YouTube and other social media platforms. Yeah, hey, I mean, make sure I'm in the loop, right? Checking in early tonight, missed a couple nights because I didn't get my notification. Yeah, apparently a lot of people are having problems getting my notifications, and not just here, but other channels as well. Keystone coming out with some more interviews? No, but Keystone is going to come on live to talk politics with y'all. Because he said a lot of y'all don't know what y'all talking about, and he's a connoisseur when it comes to politics, and so he want to give y'all some insight and some perspective from him. Big Kev, do you think we will get a follow-up interview with Big Hawk? No, I do not think so. Hawk has already told me on a couple of occasions that he's done doing interviews. He's not doing no more interviews because he got a lot of backlash from his peers, and he just really wasn't feeling it, and he don't like how people respond to history, so he don't want to do no more. But he said he was working on a book. He was going to put a book out, and I told him, if you're going to put a book out, you got to do an interview to promote your book, man. Otherwise, ain't nobody finna buy your book because number one, they're not going to know about it. Two, they ain't going to care about it. So hopefully, you have a change of heart at some point. Sean from Dago, Kev, how's your relationship with Big U? Was y'all tight or different generation? I would never say we was tight. I never ran with Big U. Probably only been in the car with him probably less than a handful of times. Of course, we was at functions together, and you know, different things going on in the hood. We've been good. Crap games, barbecues, all of that stuff, man. Throwing the football in the middle of the street. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't say we was tight, but I would say we was always good. Kev, you hear about the missile attack on America? Yeah. I know America finna give them something tough, right? America about to strike back without a doubt. Did you see the stock market though plunging? They say we about to go into a recession in about 2 to 3 months. But they've been saying that Biden's whole term, and it's never happened. It's just something they wishing for. It's something Republicans are hoping for. They're rooting against America so they can say Joe Biden failed. So it crashed today, but we'll have to see in 2 or 3 months if they right this time. Kev, you hear about it? Yeah. Keep on talking politics should be good. Yeah. Eloquence is key, Albert Gonzalez. What's up with y'all? I was going to respond. I seen a video by Dubs today, and I haven't been getting no notifications for Dubs. I mentioned that to y'all before, but somehow I got a Dubs video today, and I looked, and I was not subscribed to Dubs, so that's the reason why I wasn't getting no notifications. But it was basically a video with a lot of racial, I want to say undertones, but racial overtones, right? So I wanted to respond to that. A lot of the stuff he said was valid, but his presentation, as far as what he was representing in his remarks, I thought was so far off that it couldn't be nothing but racist. Now, whether it was on purpose or subconscious, I don't know. But he speaks well. He does a good job. So I have to think he was doing it on purpose. So I think he needs to be enlightened a little bit about the person he was talking about and when he opinion that all black people roll that way. But and then he told one thing that was incorrect. He told one thing that was incorrect about you've never seen a gay Mexican in jail. That's a goddamn lie. I may never seen a gay Southsider in jail, but I damn sure seen some gay Mexicans in jail. That's for sure. Now, it'd be different if he probably said, blacks are more flamboyant, blacks are more open with it, But to say none, I mean, we talking about how many? We talking about hundreds of thousands of inmates over the years. None of them was gay. What? What? Come on now. Kev, how you doing tonight in the chats? What's up? But I thought it was a good video, just misrepresented. Let's say that. I agree with some of his points, but not his breakdown on those points. Are we going to be talking about the black lady in the Atlanta supporting Trump, or did y'all cover it? No, I didn't cover it, and I don't plan on covering it. It's all right if they like Trump, no big deal. It's a lot of people like Trump. I mean, that don't hurt nobody. That's what it is. Probably at the end of the day, she probably wanted to give him some head, or she probably got paid to get up there. They got props, man. Don't never forget. Both sides got props, man. The Democrats uses Trump's nephew, Trump's cousins and nieces, and you know what I mean? They got props. They're there to get the money, man. Now, like I said, there's a word people don't use no more, politics. It's still tricky, man. It's just a lot of us in illusion, man, and most of them are puppets. Not just the people in office, but the people that's pulling for the people in office. I mean, you can look at YouTube and see people do anything for a check. You hear some dudes say it, man. And they give me some money, I'll go on No Jumper. Oh, No Jumper, break me off, I'll be there. Come on, man. Can throw out some good picks for college football. I'm not on college football right now, and I haven't been gambling and don't plan on gambling for a minute, so probably not. But when the NFL get here, I'll talk NFL. But no, I'm trying to stay off of that right now. Sean from Dago, Kev, since 8 trades and 60s was enemies, how was you and Cody able to get together for your last interview? He passed down here in Oceanside, North Dago. Absolutely. How was we able to get together? Well, we corresponded through mail. We did a phone interview, and we corresponded through emails. My website that I once had on on the internet. And so it was easy to get together, man. It was easy. We already had conversations. I knew where his head was at. He said he did homework on me. You know, he checked me out. He asked around about me. So he felt comfortable with me and agreed not only in private but in public that I am our historian, right? That was a good plug. That was a good pat on the back by Monster Cody, right? But see, he opinioned that not because of Kev Mac videos, but because of our correspondences. And he was always shocked at how much information I had. But of course, he could always fill in the blanks to whatever I had heard, or at least give his side of any accusations that I may have heard and shared with him, right? Monique Hill, what's up, Monique? What's the deal? Shit. They want America off those military bases in the Middle East because America be secretly assassinating Middle East leadership. Facts. Tobias, what up? I remember that story of the ride home with Cutes. Y'all argued over the backseat. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely true story. Cutes verified that story. Like I said, I wasn't never going to tell that story, but since Cutes put it out there, I thought it was some good feedback. So I decided to tell the story firsthand. Black Warrior Spirit, good evening, man. Good evening, good evening, good evening. As the overall temperature calmed down between the 60s and trays since Nipsey's passing. Yeah, of course. Besides new wars and new altercations, almost all old wars in black communities have died down. The black population died down. And you know how many people that moved out the hood since the early 2000s? And of course, some left after Nipsey's death as well. So yeah, the black population is so small, man. And a lot of the youngsters, they in prison now. A lot of the youngsters replaced these lifers that came home. Did anyone's arm get violently removed? I don't know, Antoine Foster. You tell me, my brother. It's a good question, but you tell me. It's an ancient old argument debate, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to revisit. Did you hear how they are doing the women in Chowchilla prison? No, I haven't. What's going on? Rape? Any babies being made? No, I don't know what's going on in Chowchilla. You know, I don't get much California news, man, unless somebody call me and tell me about it or it pops up on my feed. Talk to me, y'all. I'll talk back. Anybody want to come on live stream with me tonight? Rennie Loke. I seen Rennie Loke leave a comment and said she would have liked to be a part of the stream the other night, but I came on too early and checked out just a little bit too soon. I'm sure Tony Moore and some of y'all would have liked that. Speaking of Rennie Loke, I've been on my watermelon today. It hasn't curbed my diet yet, but I could feel a difference Sunday and Monday. I feel a difference. I'm not tripping off no disrespect. It's not disrespectful. It's something that was wrote in this book. So I appreciate y'all. I don't know if that's an apology, but I appreciate it, man. I didn't take it no way. I'm just tired of repeating it. It's controversial, and people are gonna believe what they believe. People are gonna say I'm biased. And, you know, for some people, I just ain't credible enough. For some people, my opinions just aren't accurate enough for them. What up, what up, what up, Creek? Bottle water and watermelon, you're doing it right, Kim. Yeah, but it hasn't curbed my diet completely yet. It's only been 2 days, but it definitely fills me up for a little bit of time. I probably need to eat more watermelon, but watermelon's so expensive when you buy it cut up that I'm only doing one thing of watermelon a day until I could get to 2 or 3 a day. And the vinegar treatment. So I've been on vinegar for 2 days, but ain't done nothing for me yet. But yeah. When can we get some more Big Cat interviews? I don't know, my brother. I have no idea. You know, for those that don't know, I've only been telling you for 5 years. I do not live in LA. I am not in LA. I used to commute every week. I no longer commute to LA every week. It got a little too expensive for me. And now I got car problems. So, no, man, my main focus is not getting to LA to bring interviews, especially when my numbers dwindle. Once my numbers start falling down, I'm like, man, what the hell am I spending my time driving to LA, paying for motels, getting speeding tickets, eating more on the roads than I would at home, high gas prices? Ain't no way I was going to keep going back to LA every week. That's out. Now it's really out, but I do plan to be there at the end of the month. I don't know about working, but I do plan there to be at the end of the month for an important and historical event. Cuz answer this. Did OG Pretty Boy book ever get to make into stores before he passed? OG Pretty Boy did not finish his book before he passed. So the answer is no. All right. We got an OG Bamm sighting, y'all. When can we get oldies back on here? Whenever Little Caesar wants to come back on, or if Lady Brim decides to ever come back and join us. But other than that, again, the oldies was popping. Music was popping on here. It was going pretty good. And then everybody fell off. The numbers fell off. People just show up and talk about whatever they're talking about in the comments. And so, man, look, man, I'm not into wasting my time. It's bad enough I make myself get in front of this camera. It's something that I have to do. It's not something that I want to do. So, I could get easily turned off sometime, but at the same time, I try to find even ground to keep you guys interested in coming back. But I'm not gonna sit here and waste my time knowing that ain't nobody gonna watch Captain Cole. I'm not gonna waste my time knowing nobody trying to hear no oldies from people every week. So whenever Little Caesar's ready, or like I said, if Lady Brim want to get on, that's when I'll do the oldie show. Green Ab, good looking out, man. My favorite is definitely Kobe Bryant, but Magic Johnson would be my second favorite Laker of all time. Fitzgerald got my leftover dinner in the oven for sure. So why isn't anyone promoting Cornel West's campaign for president, or is he still trying? That I couldn't tell you, my brother. I have no idea. Michelle Angeles Vista, what's up with you? Danielle Alexander, what up? Won't be another Kobe, that's for sure. Hey, man, them old Kobe interviews are classic. Him and Brandy, and him just being 18-year-old, man, he has some classic shit. What's up with you, OG Bamm?
What's up, Kev Mac? How you living, brother? How you living? How you living?
All right. I'm all right, man. What's up with you?
Man, I'm chilling, man. I was relaxing, got upset stomach, ate too much today.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But other than that, how you living, man? How you living?
Right.
How you living?
Did you go live today?
Yeah, I'm gonna go live again, right? I ain't see that whole video you sent me, right?
Uh-huh.
But when I heard what you just said, I'm gonna have to watch it before I go live again, right? But I want to correct something on what the dude did say. Hey, when I first went to prison, it was a Southsider that I knew from juvenile hall and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Named Negro. Used to be from Eastside Clover. His real name was Mario. He was in H-Wing with me. I think Bonnie from the Frog can confirm this. Imagine that. That this Southsider was gay. Now, he wasn't gay when we was in juvenile hall. But when he got to prison, he ended up being gay. He locked it up, and he was on CTQ in H-Wing in Tracy, holding Damu's knives.
Mm-hmm.
He was a Southsider and he was gay. I ain't trying to belittle the Southsiders. I just want to correct Dubs on some things. Dub be projecting an image or putting it out there like he's very highly an intellectual individual, right? He try to sound politically correct when he's impolitically correct to me. He say things to throw lugs at us, and people don't catch it sometimes, right?
Man, I can't help but catch them lugs, man.
Well, some people don't, Kev Mac, and the cold part about it is, if me and you can catch it, I know a whole lot of other people about persuasion can catch it. I don't want to sound like I'm a racist or anything, right? So I don't have nothing against nobody, unless you have something against me, right? But he throws a lot of lugs and shades. Some people provokes him and give him content. Mm-hmm. But he said one important thing that what made me not want to finish watching it is when he said the dude he was addressing the issue at, when he said they didn't have phone conversations over a phone. So that means you and this dude is cool. Y'all, because he's yet to put you on any one of his shows, the Clubhouse, because he record everybody he talked to. You feel what I'm saying? Somebody even told me one time, Bam, be careful what you say to him. He's trying to create content. You feel what I'm saying? These dudes get on social media, Kev Mac.
Yeah.
This is Bam's opinion. They get on social media and they want us to believe that they creating a persona. And this is not for real what they be saying, or don't take it serious. It's just theatrical. No, you can't insult people. You can't throw lugs at people, nor at people racist, and think we don't supposed to we're supposed to take it as a form of theatrical, like this a show. No, man, YouTube is not meant to insult people. It's not meant to belittle. It's meant to uplift and to educate people, not to antagonize, not to instigate, nor to manipulate. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of dudes like Dubs does that. He doesn't.
Yeah, he
He
got a
does.
strong presentation, man. He talks eloquently. That's what attracted me to his channel. Plus, I don't know a lot about their politics and stuff. I mean, I do really, but not out in public. So that attracted me to watching him. But I get turned off by all the racial overtones and
Yeah,
undertones. And my thing was, I don't want to get off into my opinion because I was going to make a video about it and I still may make it. So I'm going to reserve my
that's
comment.
right.
Uh, I resubscribed to his channel today. It's some interesting stuff. And as human beings, sometimes it's good to hear the other side, other perspectives. And
Hey, you're absolutely correct. Excuse me for cutting you off. You're absolutely correct on that, Kev Mac.
yeah,
Don't get me wrong. I might not subscribe to some of them. Only person who show I stay tapped into and really without getting out unless I'm doing something is your show, right? But I get in I watch other people's shit just to see what they're talking about,
yeah,
to see if they're gonna be honest,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Lies is what those makes me not want to watch it. If you
yeah,
be honest, but I don't care what color you are. If you honest, I know how to accept the real. I don't run from it. I run to it. But when it's bullshit, I run away from it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And a lot of dudes they'll do that. Like the live you had the other night when you was talking about, we don't look at paperwork in prison. Our politics, Q said that our politics is totally different, right?
yeah,
However, the younger generation of brothers that go to prison now has picked up, for some strange reason, they have picked up parts of the Serenos politics. At least they think they picked up some of their politic traits and they think it's cool. I've never once been confronted by any Kiwi or Damu about presenting any form of paperwork on me when I went to prison. I wouldn't have had no problem. If this was the part of the structures, I wouldn't have had no problem. But it was never part of our structure. It wasn't our politics. We didn't do that. When you see dudes in prison and they show pictures in prison and the mattress is rolled up. The mattress is now it's rolled up to make it look like the cell is clean. But that wasn't the purpose of us rolling our mattresses up when I first went to prison. The purpose of us rolling our mattresses up is because you had bed springs. And we want to know who's up under the bunk when you coming in from yard, especially from the shoe yard. Because then your enemy can be up under the bunk. That was the purpose of it, right? I see it right before I got released from prison. I seen brothers sit down on the toilet and pee because Hispanics and Woods do that. Blacks never did that. I beat the shit out of a dude because he told me, hey man, when you pee in my cell, you got to sit down and pee. I whipped his ass and put him out of his own cell. I had just got out the hole. Hey dude, I don't sit down and pee. I'm not no woman. I don't do that. And that ain't part of my politics. I don't know if you're gonna miss the toilet, that's on you. I ain't gonna miss the toilet standing up. But people do that. Dubs now want people to believe that they highly intelligent, that everybody is submissive and passive when they come in here. And we're not those type of people. I'm not submissive and passive with you, Kev Mac. I'm just regular with you. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not aggressive. I'm not passive. I'm just being who I am. I only know how to be me. And people can misconstrue that. Another reason I don't watch Dub's show is ain't no way impossible. You had a 25 life sentence and you just did 27 years. When you were saying you was a shot caller, you was putting in work and all that. If that was the case, Bad News could have came home sooner than he did. Big Rick should have came home sooner than he did. I know a lot of homeboys, I know a lot of Hispanics, whites, and brothers that did perfect time, that was affiliated, but wasn't part of the drama in prison, and still didn't get out sooner than Dubs. And that's it. As simple as that. Because when you get a life sentence and you first go to prison, you go to a thing called a doc hearing. Your doc hearing is going to tell you when you go to the board. The board ain't going to be till about 10, 12 years later on. And they're going to tell you exactly what they want you to bring to the table and how you can get your date, how you can become suitable for parole. It's never that. Dubs also, I'm not here to assassinate him, I'm pointing things out that he runs from. He also, if a person asks him, has he ever been in SOY, he runs from that. He'll cuss somebody out on his chat, he said, oh, fuck you. The next thing you know, he'll put it on subscriber mode. The only way you can comment, you got to subscribe to his show. No, when they come in, when the trolls come in on my show and say, oh, Bam, you must have PC'd up. All right, if you believe I PC'd up, you believe I PC'd up. But I know I didn't PC up. I know I wasn't on the SY yard. My opinion towards the SY yard is kind of different now, because I know certain people had to go over there in order to get dates. If Bam would have went over there, nah. But prison itself is SY now. It's rats on every yard. It's snitches on every yard. Even the ones they call supposed to be the highest power prisoners of all, the 180s. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know why they want to always believe the 180 is more raw than the 270s. The only reason it's a 180 and the 270 is based on the structure of the prisons anyway. 270s is wide open. 180s just got sections. It's sectioned off, but the prison is the same type of prison. You understand what I'm saying? And people don't get that. Whatever the white boy name, kind of bumpy on steroids. Him and Dubs now want everybody to believe that everything negative in prison, blacks will participate in. No, man.
But that's what I'm saying. From what I seen, I ain't watch every Dub video. I ain't watched them all to its entirety, but he says some things that are real. But when he starts to explain them, that's when he loses me, because then he lumps all black people in this one big old negative pot. And that was kind of my issue with today's video. But like I said, I don't want to get into specifics, just in case I do a response video to it. But
hey, watch this. When you sent me the text, right? Yeah. Me and my girl talking, me and Barbara talking. I said, baby, hold on, let me see what Kev Mac just text me. Because normally when you text me, it's something important, like, right?
Yeah.
And I seen it, right? She said, oh shit, I know you gonna do a video on that one, right? And watch this, I ain't even have enough energy to go in on it, right?
Yeah.
Because I feel there's more important issues I can talk about on YouTube than Dubs now, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But see, the video is dealing with more than just Dubs, you know. If it was Dubs just talking, it wouldn't have been an issue. But the way he talked about blacks as homosexuals and the blacks and all that, like, he didn't say Crips or Bloods or there's gay black. He said blacks. Like, nigga, that's just our thing.
I mean, if even if he'd have said Crips or Bloods, shit, he would still be saying blacks. See, that's what people don't get, Kev, man. Because I'm a Crip.
I get that, but I'm saying you minimize it to a particular group in prison, whereas when you saying black, you talking about every fucking body in America. Hey
man, you think I'm lying, man? When it comes to prison, Kev Mac, and I want everybody in your show to hear this and understand this and really believe this. And I want you, and you can get this confirmed from most people. When I first went to prison, bumpy, bad news. A lot of people my age that you know, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of dudes was in Vacaville and came to these other prisons. And we used to look, you know how you look at people's photo albums, right? I was an old folks, man, when I got out the shoeing during the war in '84, right? And a dude showed me a phone, he on the yard with his photo albums. Had a big, thick photo album, right? Now, when you first open up this photograph, you'll think you're looking at ladies on a prison yard, in a ladies' prison. And it wasn't just blacks I'm talking about. It was more Hispanics with the transgender look in Vacaville, and we was, goddamn, these look like real girls. Yeah. But it was more Hispanics and whites than it was blacks.
That's what I'm saying. Have you been to Chino?
Yeah.
And you seen Del Norte, right?
Man, watch this. Del Norte was the AIDS patients. But a lot of people don't know, when they first, CIFEs used to be a PC, used to be called the White Elephants, right? Mm-hmm. Birch Hall and Chino was where they put all the gay dudes at. So if we seen brothers in Birch Hall, we kicked it with them, but we didn't kick it with them. And the only gang members, I'm gonna keep it 100. The only gang members, black, white, Jamas, Vanguards, if they was in Keyways and Damus, if they was in Birch Hall when that was a reception center, they was over there because they liked being with punks, and they was into that. They was into that gay activity in prison. They wouldn't put Bamm and Kev Mac over there, and if they tried to pull us over there, we wouldn't go up in there. They would never do that. Only brothers that was in there was dudes that was participating in that. And again, and I ain't throwing no lugs and shades, it was Hispanic homosexuals over there claiming the South. But once they become gay, the South started to eliminate them from being from Sureños, but they don't stab them. You understand what I'm saying? It was to be black, whites, and Hispanic homosexuals on every yard in prison when I first went to prison. I don't know where these dudes be getting this at, right? So I be trying to play with in some form of integrity based on my show and listening to some of the things you told me to do. I will never get on my show exposing or putting people's names out. But if it was to take me to tell people names or who was dwelling into this and who wasn't dwelling in that type of behavior, people would be surprised and shocked. You understand what I'm saying? What are they homies was doing in prison and what their uncles and cousins was doing in prison. That ain't my place to do that. You understand what I'm saying, Kev Mac? I'm kind of trying to change my channel into a whole different genre. Right? And I see I'm doing good with it because now I can get 1,000 views. I can go live and get 1,000 views, 1,001 views. I'm doing good with what I'm doing with. When I was going with that, just eating people up, it wasn't doing too cool. So I kind of stick to what works for me. And what as you call it, how to tweak your show. I'm tweaking it to better fit me and to bring me better viewers and better understanding from my viewers and what they want to hear and what they don't want to hear. Some people strive and want to listen to Dubs and Gunner and American Cholo and them belittle and insult and throw lugs at blacks. I only throw lugs and shade. I learned this from you, Kev Mac, and I call you my mentor. If you say my name, I'm entitled to retaliate. I'm entitled to defend myself. I've been the gatekeeper of blackness, Keyways and Damu on this. So if you come at any three of them, I'm gonna put my feet on your neck and I'm gonna expose you based on your lies and your bullshit, not based on what I'm trying to say. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I tell people all the time in my live, homie, if you want to go to listen to gang drama, go to Kev Mac. Go to Kev Mac. I'm not finna go interview a gang of Crips. I ain't finna go interview a gang of Bloods. I can only tell you about the Crips and Bloods I know and the activities of Crips and Bloods when I was in prison and juvenile hall and even on the streets. But I'm not here to tell you what set came out, what year this set came out. Kev Mac, the only one that's qualified to do that. I'm not qualified to do that. I'm qualified to tell you about Bamm and Bamm experiences. You understand what I'm saying? And people don't get it. I learned that from you. That's why my show doing cool. Now I'm gonna have 6,000 views before probably the end of the month. And I'm doing okay today. You understand what I'm saying? So hey man, it's all good. It's all good. But I didn't unsubscribe to some black dude shows, Kev Mac.
Man, I keep my subscription list to a minimal, homeboy.
And the reason I do that is you're not going to use me, and I can't use you. Yeah. When you using me, and I can't use you, that means you're abusing me. The only dude that taps into my show is you. Don't nobody else from no shows ever interview me or nothing tap into my show. So hey man, I got to unsubscribe. I'm good with that. I ain't gonna say your name. You already know who you are. We good. You understand what I'm saying? That's just how the game go. That's how I can't support you if you don't support me. You understand what I'm saying? I try to keep mine. I like your platform. You ain't losing nothing. You gaining to me. You on you showing a hell of a new intellectual on your platform. Hey man, you and Q said me on one on the political shit. I like how you go into that. I like how you going. I want to know what vinegar does. You keeping people political inclined and you as well as health conscious. And I like that, brother. So hey man, I subscribe to that work. What's good for me, I'm gonna subscribe to it. Other than that, I don't subscribe to bullshit no more, man. I don't care what nobody say.
You just got
I
a
don't care
new
what
follower. You just got a new subscriber, man. Albert Gonzalez.
who I did.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you. But yeah, Kev Mac, I tap in, even when I be at work, I tap in. Watch this, man. I was going to work the other day, right? As soon as I got off the bus, I'm finna walk downstairs, get on the train, right? Little dude got tattoos all in his face. He said, man, you from Compton, huh? You know, now I kind of get on the defense when you come and be like, I'm like, yeah, what's up? Like, no, man, I knew I recognized you. Recognized me from where? Who was you? And he just went north. He did this on YouTube, nigga. I said, oh, time out, Chief. Time out, right? I'm glad you recognize me from YouTube, but we're going to leave that N-word that directing it to me like that. We don't do that. But YouTube been good to me, Kev Mac. I don't have problems when people recognize me from YouTube.
Yeah.
I mean, I be having Hispanics in my show without knowing they in my show. They just listen.
Well,
And like what I say.
You got to understand. Just like I watch Dubs, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, you have to really be a racist individual not to watch somebody because they're not of your race.
Yeah.
And you know, because you from Compton and any parts of LA, man, we grew up with Mexican people, man. So our cultures ain't that far different.
Hey, I be trying to tell people that.
When the 90s came, they just implemented rules that we never implemented. That's the only difference.
That's the only thing I be telling people. Watch this, man. My stepkids, my second stepdaughter, Jasmine, all three of her kids is by Hispanic. Watch this, man. I got some great nieces, great nephews. I never knew that they mother was Hispanic.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I get out of prison, go to my people's house, go over their house. I ring the doorbell, a Hispanic lady come to the door. I'm thinking, damn, they didn't hire a maid up in here or something? And it's my nephew-in-law mother. Now, I ain't say nothing. You know, I'm just like, damn. Then I was like, no wonder you got this good-ass hair, this long, good shit, right? And I understood that. So I can't hate Mexicans. I got a cousin married to one. I can't hate the Hispanic community. I can't hate white people because I'm white cousins. So to hate Hispanics or to hate whites is hating my own family members. That's not me. You understand what I'm saying? I grew up with Hispanics. I went to Willowbrook. I went to Edison. Only school I went to where it was a heavy population of Hispanics was Edison Junior High, right? I can count on one hand how many went to Willowbrook Junior High with me. I can count on one hand how many went to Centennial High with me. Now they heavily populated. Although Largo is not that far from Front Hood and Pocket Hood, for some reason, the Largos Hispanics did not go to Centennial. Either they went to Compton High or Dominguez. They did not go to Centennial. Nor did a lot of them go to Willowbrook. Only Hispanic gang that went to Willowbrook when I was going there was my Hispanic homeboy, Mijo, who lived on a corner of 131st and Grandy. And his house was like to hang out for us because they lived next door to the Randalls. But we really grew up with Hispanics. I played baseball. Man, that's all I played baseball with at Roosevelt Park was Hispanics. I boxed with Hispanics at Roosevelt Park at the Broadway gym with Hispanics. So I don't know where they be thinking we separated in Los Angeles. We don't get along with each other. That's bullshit, man. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Only thing I don't like, gone.
No, I was going to just say that at that point, man, either they didn't grow up like us or they just putting propaganda out there, man.
That's what YouTube is being used for today too, a propaganda tool. If enough people bite into that propaganda begins to sell, and propaganda it gets dangerous, and people don't seem to get that. That's why I be trying. My new thing is, I don't like brothers that ain't gang members that speak on gang shit. I don't like affiliates blaming everything on gang members. Oh, we all play a role in the bullshit in LA. We all played a role in this. I knew a whole lot of civilians and non-affiliated dudes that had big sacks, and they gave them to the gang members to get the money and use the gang member for protection by making themselves by making people think that's who they was affiliated with to keep jackets from them. And in the end result, it backfired. They didn't care if you was affiliated with certain hoods or not. You would still get robbed, right? And people don't get that, man. I don't like people being on YouTube calling people a rat because one particular person is always saying a rat this and a rat that. You need to understand, when you call a person a rat, you got to stand on what you calling that man. I might say this about Kev Mac, and if you repeat saying it, Kev Mac ain't gonna just be mad at me. He gonna be mad at you too. Fuck Bam being the root of the problem. You're being the cause of the problem as well. And people don't be getting that. So that's what I be kind of trying to get people to understand. It ain't always cool to repeat what other people say. Sometimes let a fool just be a fool, and he gonna kill himself. You ain't got to play a role in dying before he died. Don't make a bed you don't want to lay in, and people don't understand that. They don't understand that.
In the words of OG Bamm from Front Hill Compton, watch this. I just right before I went on live, I just talked to two homies, and they were telling me about something going on, and I said, I can't believe it until I hear the person say it. Same shit you talking about right now. So that's what I'm going through right now. So you spot on with that.
Hey, watch this, Kev Mac. I'm telling you, sometimes I'll be in your show without even saying nothing. I just be in there listening, right? Because I tell you be watching my shit. I tell people all the time, you my mentor. I watch your show to get shit on how to conduct myself and what not to say and how to say it. I can't be Kev Mac, but I can tweak myself and putting it out there like Kev Mac laced me and putting it out there, right? Most dudes get on here, man. Do they deserve a channel? No. But everybody is worthy of a channel. Right? I was told to start a channel. Shit, you encouraged Bam, 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 Bam. Like, I ain't think your interview was gonna go cool. People like you. You need to do something. Well, let me see if I can do it. I remember I couldn't talk no more than 15 minutes, Kev Mac. Shit, now I can go. Especially if you give me hype. They say, why you yelling? Shit, I get excited when I get to talking about me and my people. I'm just an excited type of dude. I don't do hood shit no more, man. I'm too old to want to hang out. And people don't put limitations on what not to do when they get a certain age. Like in the infamous words of Mace, the ex-preacher rapper, want to be thug now. If you 60 years old, man, and you haven't been validated to be in that hood cat yet, you're failed. You're never gonna get validation from that. Never. You're never getting validation. If you're 60 years old and you constantly speaking on gang shit like you're a full participant of a gang, you would never no gang member anyway. Every hood, from Hispanics to blacks, only got 5 to 10 hitters from every hood. If every hood had all hitters, it wouldn't be gangs no more, man, because half of us would be in prison and half of us would be dead. There wouldn't be nobody here. And if you're a responsible father, the example you put out today is not what my father, the man's my daddy age, was putting out there for us to follow. You understand what I'm saying?
Our parents was buying homes, man. We not even buying homes no more.
You feel me? It's crazy, Kev Mac. I try to give YouTube something, YouTube be giving it to me. You understand what I'm saying? I learn more out of YouTube just going live and seeing how people respond to what I say. I learn from that. I be going through shit ever since you told me, hey man, share shit you go through with them. I can be going through something. This YouTube is my therapy, man. This is my psych. I talks to YouTube. It's gonna help me. It's gonna prevent me from not wanting to go to jail. It's gonna prevent me from not wanting to pick up a pistol and respond negative to bullshit. When all I have to do is come and talk to thousands of people who's listening. And I'm cool.
Yeah, I always say my homeboy, One Shot, he told me many, many years ago, man, before there was a YouTube, he said, man, people will, if you talk, people gonna listen. People gonna hear you.
Hey, watch this, Kev Mac. My baby told me, man, she said, baby, stop getting mad when people be commenting saying you're a leader. I don't like people calling, ain't no leader, don't call me that. My girl say you are. I can be sitting back in the room and I can hear you, baby. You be saying some shit that it impresses me. It makes me feel more prouder. I'm like, damn, like that? You understand what I'm saying? She said, yeah, because you speak only from your experiences in life. A person can tell you speaking from your experiences. It'll take a real man to say some of this shit that I say, Kev Mac. I ain't saying half of these dudes, these dudes and shows ain't men, but it take a man to say, I didn't know how to be a son. I didn't know how to be a brother. I didn't know how to be none of those things when I was a gang member, man. Because I dedicated myself only to gang banging. I wanted to be that ultimate Crip dude. And when I found out, you don't get benefits from being that dude. You don't get the full K plan from being that dude. Half of your homies, they put it on the dead homies, but half of them don't even go to your funeral when you die. They don't even want to go there. They don't even go to the repast. So we don't want to mislead people into believing we're glorifying gangs, we're glorifying going to prison. I'm trying to belittle gangs. I'm trying to belittle going to prison. All gang members ain't bad. Some of us has really seen the light. It took us to go to prison to see the light and realize that we was black before we was anything, but we went there. God had to send us through what we had to in order to get what we got to today. And I'm blessed for that. Going to prison, I don't care what nobody say, Kev Mac. They might finna take this the wrong way, and I hope I ain't talking too much, homie. Going to prison was a low-key blessing for me. It saved my life. I could have been dead. Look how many homies, and when I say homies, I ain't just speaking on Crips or front hoods. I got homies from everywhere, of every color. But I lost a lot when I was in prison. I haven't lost that much since I've been home, although I lost people since I've been home. You understand what I'm saying? And people don't get that. So I'm also saying this on your show. I don't want people to get offended. Don't no brother get out of prison, man, and suddenly die from cancer. If he wasn't diagnosed with cancer in prison. That can tell you how homosexuality is rapid in prison. Because majority of these brothers we thinking is dying of cancer is dying from AIDS. And people don't want to put it out there. I learned how to be honest, listening to you and paying attention to you. I ain't trying to throw lugs at nobody. I'm just keeping it 100.
Damn,
you understand what I'm saying?
That's real deep right there, man.
People need to listen to me, man. I'm healthy as an ox. I know dudes that did less time than me and came home from prison and suddenly you died within 2 years of being on the streets and it's something you talking about is cancer. Goddamn, me and Q's been home for a minute and we still healthy. Healthy as an ox. It's a problem with that. You got to pay attention to it. You understand what I'm saying? I don't see nothing valid or you thinking you're getting marriage based on lying about your experiences in life. So when you convince yourself into believing your lie, and if you can convince me into believing that you good, I'm not going to be convinced into believing nobody lied. Not today. Not today. What's wrong with us, we allow other people to speak on our culture and we believe what they say about our culture without doing the investigation of it ourselves. We believe, how can you believe anything anybody say about who you are and what you want to be, and you're not sending it to them yourself? It's a problem with that, and people don't get it, man.
Okay, let me share something with you since we having a moment of truth, right?
Yeah.
And the conversations that nobody speaks on. So I'm gonna hit you with this one. In the words of OG Bamm, watch this. So me and my partner, we go through death certificates. And brace yourself, a lot of Crips and Bloods are dying with heroin in a death certificate, bro. So there's dudes that you know and I know. I'm not saying I ain't naming no names or nothing like that. But I'm saying overall in general, because we've looked at death certificates. There's people that we're hanging with, talking to, love, admire, and respect, and they doing drugs and we don't know about it. They either popping them pills or they shooting up and we don't know about it.
Oh, without a doubt. And that I can't do nothing but believe that because I know you ain't lying. My last 10 years in prison, that's all I was seeing was young brothers shooting heroin. snorting heroin. And when I first went to prison, just the up north brothers was doing it. No, it's everybody is doing it. See, what don't nobody get, man? When I was coming up, Kev Mac, in the 70s, mid 70s, early 70s, we smoked weed, we popped pills, mollies, values, red devils, right? We don't do that no more. It went to a different level. Hey man, I ain't never in my life experienced some of the shit I see now in life where you can go over a house and see a girl and everybody in the household pop pills. From the mother to the kids. You thinking they drunk or they on that weed, they on them pills, they nodding up in there and I'm so blessed that God gave me the perfect parents that they didn't allow me to sit back and want to smoke weed. My parents didn't do that, they drank. My mother and father, they drank sociable, right? When I got grown, I was able to drink sociable with my parents. And whether people believe this or not, Kev Mac, my mother never seen me smoke a cigarette, homie, till 1981 in Tracy on a visit. Then she cussed me out because I grabbed her cigarettes and broke a filter off her. She said, "Don't break no filter off my cigarettes, boy. Let me go buy you a pack of Campbell's out the vending machine." But she never seen me smoke a cigarette, homie. She had 4 boys and 2 daughters. I was the only one of my mother's sons that never had my ears pierced. So when I was a little dude, used to get pulled over by the police with my homies, I had my baseball bat, my baseball glove, and the police wouldn't fuck with me. Your ears told them if you was a gang member, you had your ear pierced. I never pierced my ear out of fear that it hurt it. You understand what I'm saying? So I never got my ear pierced. And when I wanted to get it pierced, my niece said it was too late for you. It's too late, huh? You damn near a great uncle. It's too late for you to want to do that. Just keep them like that. So I understand what you're saying. We'd be surprised by what goes on behind closed doors that people refuse to be honest with. And honesty, lies is what's gonna hinder us more than the truth. The truth gonna let us grow. A lie is gonna hinder us from reaching the truth, and people don't get that, man.
I think hiding stuff is as bad as lying.
Oh, it is. It is. It's so much that goes on in our community, in the black community that blacks are so ashamed of that it's pathetic. Gay shit, pedophile shit, uncles molesting nieces, fathers molesting daughters. That goes on in the black community, but we don't talk about it. We need to talk about it. Because if we don't talk about it, it's going to always be some mental issues in somebody in our family's life based on that right there. You understand what I'm saying? Go on.
You know, another hard discussion in our community is life insurance, man.
Hey, watch this, man. I don't know why they don't understand that's how white people got ripped. That's their inherited wealth. That's Donald Trump, life insurance policies. That's the reason I got money when I came home, Kev Mac. My parents' life insurance policy, they left the kids as beneficiaries. I came into a large sum of money. Did I appreciate the money? Hell no. Now I still get some of the money, but it's managed because I had enough sense to make my father, big sister, the power of attorney over this money for me. Where it's fed to me. It ain't given to me like I want it. You understand what I'm saying? She's releasing some of it for me. I'm going to get a small portion when I leave to go to Vegas Friday morning. Me and Barbara. And listen to me. That's the only reason she's releasing a certain point. I get that money at a certain time, right? And if I wouldn't have did that, I'd have fucked all that money off. I thought I was a rich black man when I came home. I bust me in a jack. I ended up getting back into addiction. And look at here, man, it wasn't cool. I was trying to be Goldie and Prince and everybody else in one person that wasn't me. I didn't know how to be me. Now I'm learning how to be me. You understand what I'm saying? So, man, it's all great.
You know, you say you're learning how to be you. I tell people all the time, people don't want to hear it or believe it, but a black man really don't start maturing until you hit 40.
Say it again, Kev Mac. They don't want to believe that, man. I don't know. Watch this, man. It's something about the streets that attract a black man and hinder a black man from wanting to be grown.
That's me. I'm guilty.
Listen to me. I'm speaking from experience too.
Yeah.
That's me, Kev Mac. Watch this, man. After I watched your live last night, I heard some noise, right? Barbara said, "What you tripping on, baby?" I said, "Man, somebody outside." I go outside. I sit in the chair. I smoke a cigar, though. I see somebody moving. We're the only blacks on this street here, man. I see somebody by the SUV across the street. And these two dumbass dudes, when I'm looking up under to see if I see legs, one of them is in the SUV, and the other one's standing out, right? So when I move, he move. He don't know I see the shadow. So now I go back in the house, grab the thing, sit back on the chair, sit in the chair with my cigar. And I was talking, faking like I'm on the phone, right? I said, man, these damn fools think I don't see them. I don't know why they doing this, but that ain't my business. You come over here and go on this driveway, it's a thing called stand your ground, and I'm gonna stand my ground, right? As soon as I go back in the house, Kev Mac, they go back out. They leave. They left stop doing what they was doing. But it just goes to show you, man. I told my baby, I said, I don't know why they didn't think I paid attention, because that was the same shit I used to do when I was little. Breaking cars, trying to steal some shit. Do you value your life that much for a motherfucking piece of something in a car, a radio or something? Man, you better put some value on your life. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe half the shit I did when I was young, Kev Mac, that I refuse to want to be a participant of today.
Hey, my homie want to buy a t-shirt if you got any.
Now I'm finna get some more made, 2 more sizes made. And all they gonna be is extra large and 2X's. They gonna be in white shirts, blue and black. And it ain't gonna just have watch this on, have some say don't run from it, run to it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm finna try to step the t-shirt game up, me and my boy Mickey.
Yeah,
you know?
That blue one you gave me was fire. I love that. I used to wear the hell out that shirt.
Hey, watch this though. The price gonna go up on it because I get Pro Club t-shirts. Pro Clubs ain't cheap no more.
Right, exactly.
Pro Clubs is not cheap. If I'm spending $13 for a Pro Club, I got to charge you more than $25 for the shirt. So hey, but I also want to get some hoodies made. You know what I mean?
But you know the game.
I'm gonna tell you what else I'm thinking about doing, Kev Mac. My wife want to do this for me. Barbara want to buy me a hot dog stand.
Oh shit!
Hey, watch this. Hey, watch this, man. I had a homegirl.
Barbara put you to work.
Without a doubt, man. I got to take care of her. She don't work no more ever since her heart attack. She don't never have to work. Her doctor tell her when she got to go through checkups before she can be able to drive, right? Which is cool. I ain't been on the airplane since I was like 11 or 12. We ain't driving to Vegas. We jumping on the plane. I hope it don't fall out the sky in them little 45 minutes. I'm getting to Vegas, right? But I'm finna come enjoy myself. I'm gonna watch this hot dogs, man. I had a homegirl, Kev Mac, where the old motor vehicle used to be at in Compton, in Tannerhood. She used to stand out there and sell hot dogs on the hot dog court. When I went to prison, man, about 5 years in my first Joe, she was in the Black Enterprise magazine. She became a millionaire selling hot dogs. Yeah. And so they can call me the recycling man on selling hot dogs. If you want to, let me become a millionaire.
Well, you know, that's simple maths says get out there and sell 1 million hot dogs, you're gonna make $1 million. $1
million. And I'm gonna show try to do it. I'm gonna show try to do it. Hey, watch this, man. People sit up and talk about how Hispanics, and I talk about it because I don't buy no food over there. I don't buy food from people that, if I can't sue you, I don't want to eat your food, right? They talk about how the Hispanics just come in and set up a restaurant anywhere. They winning. They just brought what Hispanics did with that part. They brought their culture here. It wasn't that they wasn't lazy. They brought their culture here because in their country, that's the only way they knew how to take care of their family. Blacks is doing the same thing too, selling plates, selling lunches, and doing all this. Hey man, don't knock the hustle. Knock the lazy dude that refused to hustle. Knock the dude that want to rob you from working hard for your paycheck instead of going out there trying to get a paycheck. Don't knock the person that's trying to get it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I look at it. So if my girl get me the hot dog cart, hey man, I'm gonna be selling me some hot dogs and some chili fries and all that on that one little cart, man. I go to a game. I post up by the Crypto Center, not too close, not too far. Say, hey, I got hot dogs right here, and be going live while I'm doing it. You can show up and get a free hot dog. The 10th person get a free hot dog. So I'm gonna try to make some hell of a moves, man.
Hey,
You
well,
know,
make sure you get your permit so they can't stop
I'm
you.
definitely do that. Hey, watch this, Kev Mac. I used to sell Laker t-shirts, right? Couldn't stand them. But the Lakers put me in a Century 21, in a Century on Dubs. That's the only reason I like the Black Mamba. So, hey, man, I ain't got no problem with doing that. I know how to hustle. I just don't know how to manage money. I'm learning how to do that with my wife. So I'm good. I'm good.
Man, a
I'm
lot of
good.
the things you say resonate with me, brother. I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not a good money manager, and my mom didn't have no money to leave us, but she left me the house, and she left it for the boys, but two was in prison, and so I took over the house. And what you said, I didn't value it. I didn't value it,
Yeah.
because I'm not the one that made the mortgage on that house all the time to really enjoy and understand what it was that I had obtained. So yeah, a lot of things you say, man. I know what you're saying. I agree with a lot of that stuff, man. And the part that I find interesting is you speak on a lot of things that other brothers won't speak on. And that's part of our problem right there.
Hey, why you think that is, though, Kevin? Why you think they don't speak of it? Is it out of fear or embarrassment?
Well, I don't know because, and I don't want to say too much, but remember you went on Melly Mail and I had an issue with you, but when I talked to you on the phone, I knew you knew. You admitted that you knew you said some shit that wasn't right, but I
Yeah.
don't know why we do it. So my question to you is, I'm answering the question with a question. Why did you do that? And that's probably the answer to why everybody else do it.
Hey, you know
I
what,
think you
Kev
don't
Mac?
want to hurt no feelings.
Exactly. And watch this. I'm learning today is if you say you my partner, Kev Mac, your constructive criticism, if it needs to hurt my feelings, if you got love for me, you need to hurt my feelings. Because hurting my feelings gonna help me grow. Not hurting my feelings is gonna hinder me. It's gonna lead me astray. I learned this from Bigger Scorpion, man, Mouse, man. And I say this to young dudes right today, I learned this. Because I used to always tell them in the pen, I said, I don't like dudes hitting me up. He said, man, next time a motherfucker hit you up, tell me you from wherever they don't get along at. I got this from the littlest dude in prison. And everybody was afraid of him. He was a threat. I don't care what nobody else say. I love this dude. I still love him. I look up to him. Bottom line, right? But anyway, every dude that I placed in my life and God put in my life, that he placed in my life and I put in my life, I've taken some of the good they had to give to offer. I didn't take the bad. I took the good. Now I'm learning how to utilize that good. You understand what I'm saying, Kev Mac?
Yeah.
We all gonna have enemies, man. But your enemy can't explain why you're his enemy. See, I don't have no enemies, so I can't explain why I do have them. I don't have none no more. I used to believe I had some because I was a Crip. No, man, I can't hate you because you're blood. How can I do that? Right? So, what we made, how crazy are we saying it? What's said shouldn't be explained.
What's
Sometimes what's
already
said,
under, what's already understood don't need to be explained.
yeah, well, sometimes what's said do need explaining. It don't need an explanation, but it does need explaining,
Clarity.
right? Why you think gang banging is the way it is today? It was never explained. It was never explained, so they don't know how to do it. So now it blew out of proportion. It blew out of proportion. Now these dudes is getting conscious. See, any gang member, whether you're a father or a child, he should say to himself, damn, do I want to lose my son? The son should be saying, do I want to lose my father? So if you love your father, if you love your son, why should you want to be a gang member? They don't see it like that. But that's how I see it.
Well, keep in mind this. Brothers don't become conscious until they go to prison. So that's part of our problem. These dudes that be talking about this killing, that killing, they ain't even been to prison. they've been to juvenile hall. They had some squabbles in juvenile hall, and that's what you do. That's where you make your name, and you come back to the street, and you're still dissing. Once you go to prison, a man's prison, all that changes. Second of all, as far as the kids go, some dudes be having kids at 15, 16, 17 years old, so they're not even grown men. And then
Yeah.
some like myself don't have the first kid till I was 23. But at 23 during my era, you're still active as hell in the streets.
Yeah.
So the thought isn't about my son and my daughter yet. Now, when you're in prison and your son and daughter don't know how to write you letters yet, that's when you start to think about the kids. Like, damn, I don't want a kid to grow up and know me only from being behind, in a prison suit when they come to visit me, and the guards is watching the visiting room and shit like that.
You're absolutely right, man.
So yeah, that's what it is, man. But we don't have enough of these conversations. And then when dudes get into a wreck in prison, they don't know how to make a knife, or they don't know what to do. They don't know if they should come out the cell and go to chow or go to the yard, because it hasn't been explained to them properly.
Exactly.
They haven't walked the walk yet, man. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, you're absolutely right on that, Kev Mac. I mean, like, I'm coming out there. I'm gonna call you and everything, because I'm gonna introduce you to Barbara, right? You and Kenny, right? But before I call you a Too Pretty Kenny, I'm calling my oldest stepdaughter. She lives out there. Her mother lives out there. My ex-girl is a minister out there, right? But Big Jasmine, they called me one day. She said, "Hey, Daddy, check this out, man. I'm so proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing." She watched my show and everything, right? Keep doing what you're doing. And that's the most impressive, the most rewarding thing I get off YouTube, Kev Mac. With my little homies, my little homegirls, they get it and say, "Bam, keep doing what you're doing, man. I like watching your show." Because you ain't lying. We know this is you. We seen this. We heard of this. Now, I'd rather be known. I want to be known for doing something good than doing something fucked up like I used to be, Kev Mac. I'm no longer known. I'm not known for going to prison no more. I'm known for saying, "Hey, man, you want to find out how Bam really feel about it? Go on YouTube. He gonna tell you how he feel about it." I'm a dude that can tell you today the streets ain't big for me no more, Kev Mac. I use the sidewalks. I don't do the street thing no more. I'm a sidewalk cat. You feel what I'm saying? The streets wasn't built for everybody. That's why they got sidewalks. I speak on things that I only know. I got full participation in, that I participated in my life. I'm an expert at going to prison. I'm an expert at gang banging. I can tell you the difference about a fuckboy banger and a real gang member. These dudes is not gang banging. They're doing something I don't even have the knowledge of no more. Because when I gang bang, we had some form of integrity about our gang banging. It's not like that no more, man.
Well, let me say this, Bam. When you use the word integrity and you, as it pertains to gang banging, I feel like this, man. It's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
If you had integrity when you gang bang, you should still have integrity when you get away from the gang bang. If you ain't got no integrity on YouTube, you ain't never had no integrity in gang.
When you bang, say it again, man. Say it again. Say it again. People don't want to get it. Bam, get it out, because I don't run from it. I just be running to it. And you're absolutely right, my brother. YouTube gonna get better when men start looking in the mirror and realize they men and not adolescent little boys. When they start realizing they're not just a male, but they're men. Somebody told me this. I heard this on YouTube a long time ago in the comment. When the gang members started able to get on YouTube and found out you can get money, a new wave of gang banging came, just like they said with rap music. Oh man, them dudes are studio bangers. We got so many YouTube gang members, it's pathetic. Everybody getting paid off gang shit, and they wasn't even being gang members. You understand what I'm saying? So people need to start paying attention, man. Pay attention.
Yeah, let me add to that. Yeah, YouTube is a new crack. Everybody running YouTube to make some money. But just like crack, everybody didn't get stuck on selling crack. Everybody didn't advance to ounces and kilo. It's the same with YouTube. Some dudes are fly by night ass niggas. They'll disappear after a while. You know,
Yeah,
I used to have to stay on you. You called me
yeah,
one day yelling and screaming about you about to get us up. And I'm like,
yeah.
no,
I
man,
remember you told me. I
don't
remember.
give up. Don't give up.
Yeah,
And you know how many times I want to give up? But
you
here's the
told me
thing.
that too. I
Here's
remember you telling me that on the phone.
here's what
Hey,
separates me from everybody else, man. I'm first wave with this shit. So
yeah,
I got a lot of backlash for speaking on gang shit. Y'all didn't have to experience that, man. People was talking about it wasn't cool and you exposing the culture and you speaking on niggas' hoods and all that. Now, guess what? Man, niggas speak on everybody. Everybody got a story about this hood, that hood, and the other. They didn't have to deal with the threats and all this. So
yeah.
I remember one time, this before YouTube, but on the internet. I remember one time we had a meeting. So this is way back when I used to go to meetings. We have a meeting, and the homies, a surprise plot twist to me, the homies start talking about niggas on the internet. So I got quiet, like, man, they talking about me. So eventually, a couple of homies pulled me to the side, like, yeah, you on the internet? Yeah, I am on the internet. I'm on there and I'm gonna stay on there. That's a fact. Here I am, some 20-some years later, still on the internet. Because I had a vision and I was confident in my vision. I didn't
That's
know
right.
everybody was gonna start copying or trying to be, heir apparent, but I knew it was something I wanted to do. I knew it was a lane for me.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Kev Mac, I always say this, man. It was an honor you doing the interview with me at Elsa Gun Park. You opened up a new avenue for Bam, and I took off and tried to make it run for it, man. And I'm doing it like you say. Hey, I got the patience for it now because my channel grows. It grows. I can do a live, man, and get 31 new subscribers in one day now. One time I can do an hour live and only get two new subscribers, right? So that's telling me people be waiting to hear me say something. I must be saying something that means something. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna continue doing what I'm doing. I'm not gonna be discouraged. Nor can you hinder me. You can only uplift the movement. I'm on here for a movement, man, to better my community, to better myself,
yeah, for
to not
sure.
better myself. Huh?
I want to see what I do now. See, initially, what I was doing was I was trying to get people like Nipsey, Cuzzy, the rappers that I thought had
Yeah,
talent. I was trying to get them exposures. Dudes from Bounty Hunters, dudes from all over. That's what
yeah,
even Cam, the rapper Cam. I wanted to support and get these people names out there, man. I wanted people to hear their music and give them a shot. That's what this was initially for me. But now I've I don't want to say evolved because it seems like you went to a bigger level. I actually probably went backwards. But now I like to enlighten people about the culture, good or bad. There
yeah.
are some dark things about our culture, but also I want to take up for the culture because we are not as shitty and as ignorant and
And
uneducated
people think,
as some folks like to make us out to be.
say it again, man. And the cold part about it is a lot of black folks believe that we are. And if they want to be hoodwinked and bamboozled into believing that, I'm gonna stay putting it out there that I'm gonna prove you wrong. This
Yeah,
is how it is. And this, watch this, Kev Mac. A lot of people really do not want to believe this. That gang banging is a choice, and every gang member in my era on down. I can't speak on the eras above me, but the gang members in my era, a lot of us did not come from broken homes. And every person in my family that didn't have a father at the house never been to prison. But everyone else who daddy was at the house, taking care of the moms and taking care of the kids, at least one of us had a penitentiary number. That's kind of strange right there. Ain't none of my cousins that live in Los Angeles gang members. All my cousins that's gang members, we live from Compton on down. Compton, Carson, and Gardena. Now, why did we have to wait to move from the east side to get beautiful houses in Compton, Gardena, and Carson and want to become gang members? Because it's a choice.
it is a
It's a
choice.
choice.
It is a
And
choice,
people
man.
don't get that. It's a choice.
But
Don't
let
sit
me
up and
say,
tell me I always said this on the first time I was up on your show. I'm not a product of my environment. My environment is a product of me. I created this. We created this. Didn't nobody else create this? We created this. And people don't get that.
Okay, Bam. Something else I want to touch on that you spoke on. First, I'm gonna go with the leader. I'm not no leader either. I don't want to be known as no leader.
Yeah.
But people tell me I'm a leader, and females tell me I'm a leader. My viewers tell me I'm a leader. I don't want that tag. I don't want that title. But you're right. That's how some people view what we're doing. Secondly, when you said you love when the young homies compliment you about being on YouTube, bro, it's so far and in between for me. But I feel the same way. When a young homie say, big homie, I respect your platform. I respect what you do. And I remember I was a little kid looking up to you. Man, that means the world to me.
World to me, man.
Now to the last thing you said, Bam, about you not a product of you, however you put it. And
I'm not a product of my environment. My environment is a product of me.
Correct. Now, that hurts my heart because I didn't realize at the time what I was doing when I was in my late teens and early 20s, that little kids was looking at me in low riders. Little kids were looking at me bust my gun on the block. Little kids were looking at me have drug traffic. Little kids were looking at me wear my little link chains and diamond. I didn't realize that they looking at us and now they want to become like us.
Yes,
they
like
want
us.
to be involved in that culture, man. So that hurts me to this day. Every time I hear a youngster say, I low ride because of you. I started hustling because of you. I started banging because of you. Man, that shit hurts me.
Man. Hey, watch this, Kev Mac. See, that's that raw, uncut truth that's supposed to be said that don't be said, right? And this is what people don't get either, man. And understand this when I say it. I've been saying this for the past 4 or 5 lives. We cannot point fingers at people listening to rap music. Let's point the finger at the person that was playing the rap music. So if your kid is fucked up because of rap music, it's your fault because you was playing it in the house. While you was dancing to it and listening to it, he and she was too. So don't get mad at the rapper. Get mad at you for bringing that music in your house. You understand what I'm saying? See, I like gospel music too because I went to church and my mama played gospel music in the house. So gospel music can make me feel a certain type of way. So sometimes we got to be held accountable and responsible for our own actions. And most of us run from that. Today, Bam don't run from that. I'm held accountable for all my own dirty deeds and all my positive deeds. I'm standing firm on what I'm trying to become and what I'm not used to be. Don't judge me on my past. Judge me based on what you see today and where I'm going tomorrow. That's it and that's all, man.
All right.
You know what I mean?
I got something to say to that too. First, let me address Austin, Texas. Austin, Texas said, people don't like me speaking on the other hoods. They hypocrites because they speaking on other hoods. Austin, I got to take you back and give you some clarity. Bro, do you know I'm talking about over 20 years ago? There was no YouTube. So who the hell is a hypocrite on YouTube or wherever talking about gangs? No, bro, I'm taking you way back before these dudes was even on social media, homeboy. So to give you clarity on that. Now, as far as the rap music and all that stuff, it got a good scenario that hits close to home. I have an old uncle who's resting in peace. He led the whole family that don't know to believe that he was like God, man. He just never did nothing wrong, right? But those of us that was old enough, we know he did wrong too. He just hid it very well and he carried himself well. He became a parole officer for the state of California, so he was able to legally carry his gun and all that old stuff. And so I got a niece, which would be his great niece, and he says, she play that rap music, and that ain't cool. She letting kids hear this cussing, this busting, this shooting, right? My niece reversed the charges. At the time, her 2 kids had graduated from college. So she like, it ain't the music, it ain't what I play in my house. It's how you raise your kids.
That's right.
So at this point, she now has her third kid in college. One did not go to college, but guess what? He ain't been to jail or prison. So it's not the rap music, it's how you raise the kid.
Say it again, man. And and I'm glad you said that, Kev Mac. I get on one of my lives, man, a dude said wonder what his parents say or think. I get offended about that, right? Hey man, don't judge my mother and father based on my behavior, dude. My
Yeah,
mother raised me. You feel me? The life I lived was their nightmare. I didn't want. This is not the life they wanted for me. I get confronted because I cry a lot on YouTube. I've been called bitches because I cry a lot. From afar, I would be whatever a person want me to be, Kev Mac.
yeah,
But I learned this a long time ago. Tell me what man ain't found the bitch in him yet, and I'll tell you he ain't no man. And when I say a man ain't found the bitch in him, see, I recognize the bitch in me, and that ain't in a derogatory term. I'm just using it in the street term. That's that sensitive side of me, right? That's that compassion in me. Most people are afraid of compassion. They're afraid to express their compassion. They're afraid of being real men. And real men's got some type of sensitivity in them. And people need to start understanding that. I've been in here a long time, Kev Mac. I got to get to this live. I was gonna
yeah,
start it at 10 o'clock.
yeah.
But hey,
I'll
man,
be over there. I'm gonna do my closing. I'll be over there. So
it was on to Kev Mac. I'm finna talk like we talking now. It was on. It's been a while, man. I'm glad you sent
yeah,
me the link.
for sure.
Love you for
So
that, big bro. Later.
for sure. So I want to say this, man. We gave
Oh,
y'all 90 minutes of some real conversation, and I don't have no raffle, but if y'all could hit $2, man, $2 super chats or cash apps, it would be appreciated. It really would be appreciated. And I'm gonna go over to Bam's channel, man, in about 3 or 4 minutes and check out Bam. Bam be having some good topics. Bam does not attract a whole lot of traffic. A lot of people just haven't got into Bam like that yet. But I think Bam has interesting topics, man, that could do well once he get his platform going. But anyway, man, if y'all got it or you have it in your heart, hit them $2 super chats or cash apps, man. $2 ain't too much if you can spare it. Big Hutch, I see you. Skunk Dog, I see you. Shotty Mac, good looking out, homeboy. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. I hate to ask you guys to support the channel, but it seems like we have gotten away from supporting the channel. And I'm gonna be 1,000% honest. I see some of these other channels, and I see people on my channel supporting those other channels. So if you can support those other channels, you can support the original one. And I appreciate that, Rodney Scott, Miss 702. Much love. I love you guys. And hope I wasn't asking for too much, but I got a lot of things going on at the end of this month, and I'm hoping to be in LA to take care of these things, y'all. So, Skunk Dog, appreciate you, man. Again, I hope you guys ain't turned off by me asking for your support, but if we can support other channels, we can support this channel too. Much love, y'all. I'm out of here. I'm over to OG Bamm's channel to see what Bamm is talking about. And I'm out of here, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Leon Camel, Big Lee, once again, appreciate you, my brother. I'm out.